right. Let's let some people get in here. All right, let's let the people get in here. Ew, what's going on? What's up, guys? What is up? What is up? What is up? Let's let some people get in here. Yeah, let's let some people get in here. Stop that virtual camera. Let's start this one. Okay, there we go. There you go. You guys can see me. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? What's up, Bren? I just started streaming, so I'm going to let some people hop in here real quick, and then we'll get started. Just give it 1 second. Listen, anything is possible, but after everything that's happened in Long Island this year, I refuse to believe anything is happening. It's Long Island to Philly through Central Jersey. Yeah, we've missed a lot. We can look at panels, yeah. It's still more likely than not this right there, that nor'easter. Probably that energy to the north probably outruns it, which would end up giving us nothing up there. But you can't discount an American model 150 hours out. We don't consider that la-la land, nonsense land. It's a signal that you take seriously because every now and then it'll be correct. So it's not something to get overhyped about. We need to talk about, chat. We need to talk about, I posted a video today. Let me see. Matt might get on in a second. Okay, chat. We need to talk about this. I posted a video today, and in the video, I talked about our severe weather threat, and I said our American model is showing a monster winter storm, monster snowstorm for the Ohio Valley and a major nor'easter for the Northeast. I proceeded to talk about the severe weather and the blizzard that we currently have that's going to be moving through the Central Plains and Midwest. And then I got to the nor'easter potential. And I said, here's one outcome. One outcome is our piece of energy, as seen on the GFS, meets up with this piece of energy from the south, like you can see here. And if this is the timing of these two events, of this troughing, this energy to the north and this low pressure to the south, we'll have a big nor'easter. Then I proceeded to say, but the European doesn't see that happening. The European, as we see here, has this piece of I keep saying peach, has this piece of energy to the north, this system to the north, outpacing our low pressure to the south. Basically, what does this do? This is going to follow our upper level winds. It's going to move off the coast. Our cold air is going to be to the north. This is just going to be rain showers for the south. Okay. In the video, I explained, here's a possibility. Here's a possibility. And then I proceeded in the video to say, and do you want to know what I think is going to happen? Well, I think it's too early to tell. So we need to wait, which is just the honest answer. Because guess what? There are times when the American model, if you know anything about weather forecasting, there's been a few times even this year where the American model, like this, at this time frame, actually ended up being more correct than the European. So all I did in my video was lay it out. Here are the two possible outcomes. What do I think is going to happen? We're 150 hours out. That's way out of forecasting range. Let's wait another, I think I said 48 to 72 hours. And all I got in the comments was, not going to happen, not going to happen. Oh, you're fear-mongering. Oh, you're just trying to get attention, blah, blah. And I'm like, did these people even watch my video? Because in my video, I explained both possible outcomes. In my video, I didn't explain there was going to be a big nor'easter. I said, hey, here's what the American is seeing, right? And I showed him. Here's what the European is seeing, and I showed him, right? The internet, guys, I just can't. I just can't. People really show when they didn't actually watch the video and they just saw the caption at the beginning, which there is a blizzard. We have blizzard warnings through the Midwest.
Shows a massive outrunning that piece
Ready,
of
guys?
to the south that would eventually
Here we go. It doesn't get any simpler than this. Here we go. Here's me explaining the first scenario. This would be big snow. Here's me explaining the second scenario, saying this would be no snow. This would be no winter storm. And then here's me saying, what do I think is going to happen? I think it's too early to tell. We don't know what's going to happen yet. But what usually happens, especially, with internet trolls and people who just like, being keyboard warriors, is they're like, fear-mongering attention. And I'm like, dude, just watch the video. I like, if people want me to get on here, and because I make videos every single day and it's a lot of work, and I stream every single day, it's a lot of work. And all I try to do in my videos is lay out the information as I'm reading it and as simply as possible for you guys, and lay out the different possible scenarios. But if people want me to, I'll get on here every single day and post a video saying, here's what the models are showing, but it probably won't happen. And that'll be every single video I post, because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings by saying a model is, by actually, showing what a model's, saying what a model is actually showing. There's no winning. There's no winning in weather forecasting. If I show a model that shows like a crazy outcome, people are like, you're fear mongering, you want attention. But then if I don't show it, everyone in the comments like, oh yeah, but did you see this? You didn't talk about this. There's just no winning. There's just no winning. You're always going to piss someone off. So I make sure when I post my content to lay out the outcomes. And you guys know who have been here for a while. When people ask like, what is the probability of this happening? I hate that question, because I don't like weighing probability. We'll look at different outcomes, and really until you're within 72 hours, you don't have enough information. The atmosphere is extremely variable, always changing. Again, it's the second most variable real estate of air in our solar system outside of Jupiter. So, anyone who has full confidence on anything outside of 72, 96 hours out is lying. So all I can do is give you the information the best way, that I'm taking it in and that I understand it, because I've been doing this for a long time. And then you guys can make up your mind on what you think is the most common. Now, I will say this. Once we get within 120, 96 hours, I will give you my opinion. What do I think is the most likely outcome? But like I always say, you can never have full confidence. You always have to weigh both options. Anyways, had to get that out because people are just so ridiculous. All right. Anyways, chats. Rich, what's going on? Tess, what's going on? I know. Joshua, exactly. The good thing is, and what Joshua said is positive, though. You got interaction, which helps. All of the people commenting being rude, it helps the algorithm. The algorithm looks at the percentage, the average time people watched your video. For my videos, it needs to be like 16 seconds or more to get a good to get a good boost. It watches the percentage of the video that people watched, and it looks at how many comments and likes you get. It looks at the interaction ratio, and comments weigh more points than likes. So the good news is trolls usually make your video get a lot more views. So that's the good news, but it's just, still annoying. GFS actually having some snow for Central Ohio. Yes. So let's get into this, and I'll get it. I see all your questions. We'll answer the questions. No, Josh, I've been doing this now for a while. I never respond to the trolls. I never respond to the comments. Today, I just decided to. You know what I mean? Like every now and then, like you guys know me. I'm usually not in there. Usually if someone's rude, I actually just block them in my comments. I almost never respond to rude comments. I responded to a rude comment today. I almost always just block them because you don't want to give them the attention. That's all they want is attention. But today I was like, you know what? I'm just going to respond. I appreciate you, Tracy and Julie. Okay. I like hearing the long-range forecast. I'm not living my life based on forecasts for 2 weeks. Exactly. Listen, these models can do pretty good with troughing and ridging patterns up to 10 to 12 days. They're not going to be good at where the moisture and where the snow, where the rain is, and, the precipitation. But it'll give you an idea of what the pattern is going to be like moving forward. All right, I want to get to your questions, but there's some important updates that you all need to see. One important update here is, and this is going to lead into another thing I was saying in my story today. It is not uncommon to have big snowstorms in the United States in the mid latitudes in the northern hemisphere in March. People like to act like it hits March 1st and your snow's done. Some of the biggest nor'easters that we've ever seen in the history, in recorded history, happen in March. The biggest one ever happened in March 13th, in the middle of March, the one that put snow from Louisiana up the coast. Now, are they common? No, they're rare, but they're not super rare. You can get big snowstorms central southern region probably once every 5 years. The big like 93 storm, that's like a once every few decade type of storm. We have currently blizzard conditions. We have blizzard warnings through Nebraska, portions of Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Iowa, and Missouri. We have blizzard warnings in all those states right now, and we'll see a blizzard progress. We'll see this these conditions start to progress throughout the night. Let me actually pull up my winter weather and I just see. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at my radar. Now, here is our latest European. Here's our latest European Arctic oscillation. Notice we're going negative again. Okay, you know this is a sign of our polar jet weakening, pulling a little bit of cold air back down into the states. If we go to our NAO, what is this a sign of? If you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, a negative North Atlantic oscillation is a sign of blocking. It's a weakening between our Icelandic low and our Azores high. And what this creates is blocking off the East Coast, which is very good for storm tracks, winter storm tracks. Now we're getting into March, so the cold air is going to be more of a problem. January and February, the cold air wasn't a problem. The tracks were. So we need this, like I said, we need this AO to go probably a little more negative than this for a really good chance for a winter storm along the coast in March, but still a good sign for the possibility of it. One issue I see, a PNA that's negative, you know, this might end up being, and I think what it could end up being is more of a zonal cold type of event where you get a lot of cold air from coast to coast, but you don't get an obnoxious amount of cold out east or out west, which isn't going to be enough to get a big snowstorm down in the south or anything like that, like one of those big historic ones. But we do see some positive signs for people who, you know, I'm torn whether whether I want more snow or not this winter, or whether I just want to get into spring. It felt really good. Like it was freezing this morning. I was walking into work. It was like 20 degrees, and like 3 days ago it was 60, and I was enjoying that 60-degree weather. But just what we're looking at, we're probably gonna. Specifically, what I'm looking at is, if you guys really want to know, is like the 17th through the 20th, the 16th through the 19th, we'll say. I think that is going to be our last. Or I think we could get a big push of Arctic air and snow somewhere where it shouldn't be, third week of March. Then we might start seeing our consistent spring warm up. We're already seeing warm air come in, but we're going to have more cold air behind it. So, but there's just a signal out there for the third week of March still. Again, it's not super uncommon to have some, on average, the last freezing event in the southern states actually happens on average in the mid-March. If you like historically look on average, it's not super rare. So I think third week we could see maybe something, maybe getting some freezing air down into northern Georgia, stuff like that. We'll have to see. Anyways, 18Z GFS. Yes, we have this snow system. Last thing before I get to your guys' questions, let's look at the latest with our snow totals. Let's get into winter Kuchera. Here's the latest from our Euro. You know, thinking the possibility. I would say 2 to 4 in Kansas City. I think it's saying a little bit more. I'd say 2 to 4 in Kansas City. Omaha's tough. I mean, look at this cutoff in Omaha. This snow might start right after it moves over you. So Omaha's tough. Omaha could end up with 1 to 3 inches. Omaha could end up with 5 to 8 inches. You're right where this system really starts to, this cold air starts to move in, and you start to get some lift and convection over your area. That's tough. North and western Iowa looks pretty good. The Twin Cities are still calling for, I would say, 5 to 8 inches. You could see 9+ locally. And then northern central, you know, this area up here in Wisconsin and Michigan could get over a foot. The Euro, again, doesn't love the big snowstorm nor'easter type of event. Again, because it thinks that this piece of energy to the north is going to outrun our low pressure system to the south. Here's all this cold air. Here's our low. The GFS has our low out here and our piece of energy back here pulling it up the coast. So that's the big question. And the Europeans write more than the GFS is. So right now you have to kind of be on the side of the European just based on, averages. And again, severe weather, last thing. I promise you this is the last thing, and I'm taking all your guys' questions. Last thing, 3 straight days, two straight days of enhanced looks. We have a moderate hatch wind threat through portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Just so you guys know how this stuff looks. This is going to be tonight through tomorrow morning. Anyone in here, chance for tornadoes. This is really going to start kicking up tonight around 11 p.m. And so this is the worst. Overnight storms. This is the worst because people are sleeping. Have weather alerts on. Have a way to get weather alerts. This is where things get interesting, okay? Tornado. Okay, slight. We have a 10% hatch right here. If you guys don't know what a hatch means, it's just a hatch pattern. This means the possibility for strong, long track EF2 plus tornadoes. Not these EF1, EF0, EF1 weak tornadoes. EF2 plus, meaning EF3, EF4. I don't think we're going to get EF5 out of this, but it's not an impossibility. Meaning EF2 plus are possible, not guaranteed, possible, and they could be long track. Very damaging tornadoes. So again, this is going to be tomorrow that we need to watch out for afternoon hours through the evening hours. Afternoon through the evening hours. And this is another big concern. Moderate hatch, 30% hatch. What this is right here is the possibility of a derecho. So a frontal boundary that you don't even need a tornado, a frontal boundary that pushes through and you have extremely strong winds associated with it. You don't have to have a tornado on the ground. You could be seeing hurricane force gusts or more through this region. Not guaranteed, but we have a 30% hatch risk there. That's just for winds, the winds associated with the squall line. So take it seriously, And day 3, we'll talk about this more tomorrow, but big marginal risk, big slight risk. Yes, tornadoes are possible anywhere in here. We're likely not going to see these big discrete cell setup, supercell setup, huge mesocycle. This is probably going to be QCLS. So quasi-linear convective system, squall line, tornadoes associated with a squall line, EF2 minus tornadoes. Still could be very dangerous. We need to be alert on Wednesday. This is going to be Wednesday morning through Wednesday, late afternoon probably. But this is, again, we'll get into this tomorrow. What we really want to focus on is day 2 and day 1 right now, because this is what's an immediate threat. And yes, we do have blizzard warnings right now. We do have blizzard warnings. Here they are. And for you guys over on YouTube, let me switch this for you. Here they are. Okay, I know I've got comments all in my video today telling me how winter's over, yet we have blizzard warnings in Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, Nebraska, and Iowa. These blizzard conditions will likely start moving up. Blizzard warnings will likely stretch off to the northeast. Not necessarily, but our Euro is still projecting a 979 low, which would be, I believe, a record-breaking low central pressure for this region of the country, record-breaking. So it isn't impossible for these blizzard warnings to be stretched off into the north and east. And we'll be watching this through tonight and through tomorrow. All right, let's get to chat. Let me just fix this. Let's get to chat. Let's see. Mods, if anyone's being rude, kick them out of here. We don't have time for rude people. All I'm trying to do, listen, I stay up. I'm going to be back up at 5:30 a.m. to go to work, and I'm going to be up, and I'm going to get no sleep. So don't be rude to me. I'm just trying to give you guys the weather. All right. Let me close this out real quick. 1 second, chat. Let's close this out. Look, there's my editing software. There we go. All right. Steam, let's close that out. I don't know why I had all this stuff open. All right, let's get to chat. Chat, what's popping? Okay, I missed a lot. Polar vortex is still doing the same thing. Stratospheric polar vortex, still seeing a big split. So if we were to go stratosphere, 50 millibar, let's go North America. Notice, still seeing the same thing, Celine. A little bit weaker on the Euro today, but we're seeing, here we go, a second vortex wanting to kind of form down in our stratospheric polar vortex down here in the south. You can see this a little bit better when we go up and we look at the northern hemisphere. Okay, there's the split. Now our GFS actually, let's see. Actually, it's interesting. Let's see how our GFS, because our GFS was showing crazy stuff yesterday. Yeah, GFS has this big split. You can see that this vortice down there in the south. Again, this is why I'm saying watch out for the third week of March, because if we get this big stratospheric split of the polar vortex, there's our teleconnections want to go pretty negative with the AO in the third week of March. There's been times in history where we've gotten big snow and big pushes of cold air late March into early April. It's rare. Again, this is the type of event that could promote it. So the Euro doesn't have as aggressive as a split as the GFS does. So we'll have to watch it, but we're still seeing it. Huge stratospheric heating event over Alaska, Canada, Greenland, and the Arctic. It's unnatural. That's for sure. Think it can hit 70 soon in Chicago. Yeah, we can look at some of our we can look at our temperature anomalies here on the latest Euro. Big push of warm air pushing across the east. You can see this cold air diving in right behind it. This is typical spring stuff. Warm air moving back in, another burst of cold air. Interesting what starts happening out here as we push towards the end. As we push towards the end of the first week of March or second week of March. Big zonal cooling down of the U.S. Coast to coast, slightly below average. Let's take a look at how our GFS plays this out temperature-wise. Do we see any? I think the GFS is going to be a little bit more drastic with it, if I'm being honest. Let's take a look. Cool air. There's kind of the zonal cool. Now, this is why, one of the reasons why our GFS is putting this nor'easter up here and the Euro isn't. It has this trough digging down at the right time for that low pressure system and having cold enough air there. The Euro doesn't agree. We'll see what happens with the 00Z. Fade, you just saw the vid. Do you think that the GFS and Euro will average out and give coastal New Jersey some snow? Yeah, I want to wait till Wednesday. I don't even think we'll know tomorrow. I think we'll know Wednesday. Let's get under 120 hours, approaching 96, and I think that's when we're going to get at least mild consensus between the globals. I don't know if we're going to get it tomorrow yet. Warm up again, and then what happens at the end? What happens at the end of the GFS here is very interesting as well. This is, and the Climate Prediction Center is actually agreeing with the GFS more than the Euro here. The Climate Prediction Center is expecting this to happen. This would probably lead to a pretty big severe weather outbreak. You see this massive temperature gradient, very steep temperature gradient here. This would be a worrisome type of look for, your classic tornado alley here. Could give you another big snow system, which the GFS does see back through Omaha, Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. So, which the Climate Prediction Center again also sees. So, lots of interesting stuff going on. Will our temperature be below freezing in North Texas when this polar vortex split occurs? Again, it's what could be contributing to this massive dip right here, and the Climate Prediction Center shows this exact thing happening. Typically, you get a lag in cold air with stratospheric events because that's stratospheric cooling is happening way above our heads, 40,000+ feet. So I think it would be more than a lag, more of a lag than this. But if you want to actually look, let's look at wind chills out here on the GFS for Texas as this thing pushes in. This is getting into, the third week of March, getting some wind chills back down into the 30s and high 20s in Texas. Wind chills back down. So that's not. Let's go to actual temperatures here. Actual temperatures, getting 30s and 40s back down into Texas here. This is pretty cold air. I mean, this isn't crazy cold air. By any means. This is interesting. Again, what happens at the end here? This is very cold air up here from the northeast again. This would probably lead to a big winter storm out. The story with this, though, if we were to see this happen, would be a big, some well below average temperatures and some potentially heavy snow out here in the west, even for low lying areas, low elevation areas. Let's see here. Any snow for Southwest Ohio? My local weather says possible Saturday. Yeah. I wonder what my app says for Sunday here. Yes, it's possible. It's possible. We don't know which model is going to win out here yet. I'm leaning. I mean, both the Euro and the GFS. I mean, if the GFS were to come true, it would be a massive snowstorm for all of Ohio. We don't know what's going to be right yet. The Euro, you lean towards the Euro is going to be right 7 to 8 out of 10 times. The Euro, again, sees this energy to the north outpacing our low pressure to the south, which would lead to no snowstorm up there in the northeast or through the Ohio Valley. Is Michigan going to get rain tomorrow? Yeah, likely. Unless you're on that upper, unless you're on this little piece up here. Could we see a moderate upgrade tomorrow? We have a moderate wind outlook. We don't have a moderate tornado, but we have a 10% hatch, and I treat that as a moderate. Because hatch means we could see F2 plus long track tornadoes. I tend to treat that as a moderate. Can be just as dangerous. So you can see our tornado risk here. This is a 10% hatch. So this hatch area is very dangerous. Got to make sure you have a way to get weather alerts in that area. Most people are going to be perfectly fine, but you just got to, you got to be, Here's the discussion. The latest from the SPC. There's an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms, parts of blah, 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 blah. Okay, we got it. A strong and deep mid-upper level shortwave trough and embedded mid-level cyclone will move eastward from the central southern Great Plains into the Mississippi Valley on Tuesday. A deepening surface cyclone is forecast to move eastward across Kansas through the day, and then northeastward across parts of Missouri and Illinois Tuesday night. Relatively modest low moisture with dew points in the 40s to low 50s. Nothing that crazy. We'll stream northward within the warm sector of the cyclone into part. It's a cyclone. Could get down to 979 millibars, guys. Into the cyclone, into parts of the Midwest with richer moisture, 60s, 60 dew points, remaining confined to part. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Nothing that interesting. Trying to see if they have any kind of big updates in here. Strongly sheared QLCS is expected to approach the lower Mississippi Valley region by early afternoon. Early afternoon tomorrow, Mississippi Valley. The magnitude of the severe threat with this QLCS, as well as the potential for preceding supercells, will be determined by the extent to which the low-level moistening can keep pace with the primary convective line. Does it outpace it, or is it on pace with it? Big question. Very strong flow in the lowest 3 kilometer and 0 to 1 kilometer SRH, increasing above 400. So widespread damaging winds and a line of embedded tornadoes wherever the organized QLCS can remain near. Okay, so again, and then longer-lived supercells is more uncertain. This is what I was talking about. The potential for longer-lived supercells is more uncertain, but it's a possibility. And if you get long-lived supercells, those are extremely dangerous. Those can be your big tornadoes. So risk for tornadoes in Georgia, I would expect there to be, the strength of the tornadoes, the strength of the shear is going to drop off as we push out east. So you're going to probably see some tornadoes out here along the eastern seaboard, including into Georgia. But they're probably going to be those QLCS tornadoes, a little bit weaker, but anything's possible. You can still see, let's go into our latest HER model. How far are we going to get pushed out on the HER here? Let's go down to the southeast so you can see this a little bit better for Georgia. So, here's the issue. Here's where we get worried. When you get this type of look out here and you get these discrete cells, you can get supercells out of these. You see they're ahead of our main squall line. You'll see this start to consolidate. See, this is dangerous. That's dangerous right now. Look. Now watch this squall line consolidate. Boom. Now it's consolidated, moving through Georgia. But northwestern Georgia, you could still have some potentially popcorn supercellular type thunderstorms out ahead of your main squall line. So there's still a possibility for strong tornadoes through Georgia. It's a possibility. But, this is going to be downtrending as we get farther out east. You can almost see it kind of. This is more shear. When you see this kind of broken up squall line, that's because we have a lot of shear and instability. The cape can actually increase as it goes east, but the shear will decrease. Although you're going to have some strong cape over Louisiana. I drive to Cali tomorrow. I don't know where you're driving from, Cole. I don't know where you're driving from. One second, guys. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second, guys. Un momento. Un momento. One second. What's up, Phil? Feels in the chat. Phil, can I request you? Here, let me do this real quick, Phil. Multi-guest. Invite. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Hold up, chat. 1 second. Oh, you're over on YouTube. Okay. I'm so back, baby. What's the weather like down under? Do you think anything will happen on Saturday in Philly? I have a flight. If we were to see if we were to see the American model be right, which I don't think we're going to see, but it's possible. You'd see this you'd see this nor'easter event pushing through late Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Big if. Our Euro's not calling for it. Let's take a look at these different models. Our Icon 00Z is loading. Here's our Canadian. Again, what does our Canadian have happening? Same thing as our Euro. Here's our energy. Here's our troughing, outpacing our low pressure out here. So Canadian doesn't think it's going to happen. Let's look at our 18Z Icon. Our 18Z Icon is interesting. Interesting energy lined up here. We would have to see. We didn't get far enough out, but not seeing much. And then we have the 00Z NAM. That's not going to go close to far enough out. So again, most of these models have it just outpacing. Let's look at our 12Z here. This has it a little bit farther up, a little bit more matched to the GFS, but a little bit too far south. So this is an interesting look. That would potentially be snow up here, but really it's only the GFS showing that look. So no model consensus on that, which is why we're not taking it at its word yet. I'm a Jets fan. I'm never serious. Facts. Do you think Arkansas will have tornadoes tomorrow? Yes. A couple, maybe. Yes. I'm most worried about long track tornadoes in southeastern Arkansas, northeastern Louisiana, and west central Mississippi into the afternoon hours tomorrow. Any more snow for PA? My gut says that this piece of energy to the north is going to outrun that low to the south, and the Euro is going to end up being correct here. But my gut is just probably saying that because the Euro is usually more correct. The GFS has actually beat the Euro a few times this year, so that's why you can't discount what the GFS is saying. There's been a few times this year where the GFS has actually got it correct. And people discounted it and said, oh, the Euro's not showing it, not going to happen, and the GFS ended up being correct. So we're watching. I'd say, I hate doing this, but I'd say there's like a 10 to 20% chance that the GFS is correct here. And we do actually end up getting a mid-Atlantic New England coastal snowstorm. It's not a great chance, but there's a chance. Sure, you're saying there's a chance. Tornado for Raleigh, North Carolina. It's also, okay, wow, chat's going too quick. When is the GFS 00Z coming out? Starts coming out around 10:15 to 10:30. So, my time. So that's like 30, 40 minutes. Could start loading in around 30 minutes. Show panels. All right, you guys want to look at some panels here? Let's go into Euro. You guys want to see all the what? Yeah, let's look at what the Euro outcomes. Okay, winter. Here, let's go into our European ensemble. Let's go into winter. Let's see. Where's my 1 second. What the heck? Am I blind? 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. I think I'm blind. Oh, you know what? There we go. I'm not blind. I was in the wrong thing. Here you go. You guys want to look? Here's what the Euro thinks all the possible outcomes are. Okay. Really quickly, and we're going to get back to severe weather. Let me make sure there's nothing crazy going on our radar right now. Just blizzard warnings. Okay. Here is all the possible outcomes for the snow system this weekend. Let's dig in. We have... Let's circle the ones where the Euro thinks there could be a nor'easter style, because it doesn't really look like it's anywhere. I mean, if we're talking... this would be 144 hours out. We might have to go into the 12Z. Probably want to push into the 12Z. There we go. Okay. So this is some snow, not a lot for Tennessee, North Carolina. And this is some actually decent snow for the Ohio Valley into PA. These are just different runs, how they've come out on the Euro, guys. So it's always interesting to look at this because it shows you what some of the possibilities are, according to one of our best models. The Euros never loved this system out to the east. So let's go into total members here and take a look at this. This is one Euro outcome that does have a nor'easter style system forming. Again, not much. Here's another one right here. And let's see here. So, I mean, total a few. This would be this is 1 Euro run that comes out with snow falling in like Georgia, the Carolinas, and Alabama. I don't think this is going to happen, but not impossible technically. Now the GFS panels are probably going crazy with this because of how it's treating that piece of energy to the north. I'm sure the GFS I'll show you, but I'm sure the GFS panels are going insane. But I'll show you real quick. Really quickly. Okay. Here's the GFS outcomes. Right? Nor'easter, 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 kind of nor'easter, 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 nor'easter. Someone who's coming in right now thinks I'm saying a nor'easter is going to happen. That's not what I'm saying. Nor'easter, huge southern snow in nor'easter, nor'easter, nor'easter. You get the picture. The GFS is sold. The GFS is like, big nor'easter's coming, and the Euro's like, absolutely not. There's 2 out of 50 runs, 2 out of 50 mile runs that the European is seeing a nor'easter out of. So maybe 3. Bad disagreement between these models. The Euro is correct more often than not. But the GFS every now and then is correct and the Euro is wrong. We've had at least 2 big winter storms this season where the GFS actually came out the winner. Happens a few times every winter. Could it happen again? Maybe. I don't think so, but that you have to entertain it because you can't just discount it. As much as I want to discount it, understanding how these models work, you can't. Because then, if it happens and people are going to be like, why did no one talk about this? The GFS is correct sometimes on these. And I understand what it's doing. It's slowing down that energy to the north and it's amplifying the trough. It's not that crazy to think that outcome could happen. Less likely to happen, but it's not crazy. It's not an impossibility. Celine, can you look at that map that wants to put snow in North Texas? What map? How's Minneapolis looking for Tuesday night, Wednesday storm? Yeah, right now the Euro and GFS are still seeing the potential for 5 to 8 inches, 9-10 locally in portions of metropolitan Minneapolis. So, the more central and southern metro Minneapolis you are, I think your snow totals are going to be higher. So for those of y'all to the south of Minneapolis, any Savage folks in here? Anyone from Savage, Minnesota, or around there? I think if you're south of Minneapolis, you're gonna get better snow. Hey, Destroying, haven't been here in a minute, Connor. What's up, Nick? Missy, man, any snow for Long Island? Yeah, I think that Savage area and south is gonna get some good snow. Listen, 3 globals don't see this big winter storm happening this weekend, and the GFS is completely sold on this. I mean, we just looked at it. The GFS has like 80% of the models showing a nor'easter and big Ohio Valley storm, but it's the outlier global. The other three globals don't see this happening. The only reason I'm almost even giving more credence to it is because in the panels, it's so sold on this. The GFS is so sold on this, and I think it's wrong, but it's seeing something. It takes data in. It takes the same data in that the Euro does, and it's seeing something. Seeing something very interesting. So we'll watch. We'll see. What is upstate New York getting a blizzard? I mean, if the GFS were correct, you'd get a blizzard in upstate New York, probably. You'd get a blizzard all up and down the Northeast, but we don't know if it's correct. Leaning towards it's not right now. Mississippi is through with snow, probably. It's gonna be hard to get snow down into Mississippi. There's one Euro run and like 2 GFS runs that put snow into Mississippi, which I think is fun. But we're talking about 1 out of 50 runs, 2 out of 50 runs. You'd give that about a 2% or less chance of happening. Alan, I appreciate you. What's going on, Jen? I appreciate you, Nick. Sandy. Ash. Suzette. Is that a new picture? Shelly, Kyle. What's going on, guys? Oh, I was missing all these. WX. What's going on, dude? I appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Alan just became a 2-month subscriber. Shout out to Alan. Michael, what's going on? Everything is well. Everything is well. Everything's going good. Everything is going good. Lindsay, what's going on? Let's see how many more rude comments I got on my video today. Let's see. Do you guys remember this? This is actually a funny video. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. What was this time frame? Let me move this up a little bit. Oh, here we go.
Post I made 2 weeks ago saying we had a 0% chance of seeing snow in
This
the
is.
South this winter.
Let's see if it happens again.
At the future radar GFS and saying,
All right,
we see
all right,
24
guys.
hours out. In this video, I broke down what was going on with the PNA, NAO, and AO.
Let's see.
Happening. Nothing is in the weather world. But as you know, we in Georgia.
Wait for it, guys.
It's not already changed. Not about my local actual meteorologist not agreeing. No, it's not. No, it's not. Already changed. Now, they say this every year. That's so unlikely that it shouldn't even be stated. Ha, yeah, okay, my part of Virginia hasn't gotten over an inch of snow in 8 years. Not happening. A weather app said not next week. Nope. No, it won't. I'll believe it when I see it. Won't happen. They can't even predict accurate weather a day ahead. It's not gonna happen. Not happening, LOL. I bet it won't. Not in the forecast. Well, yeah, it's an outlook. The polar jet has been stronger as it's 60 degrees in Ohio. Well, by the way, a stronger polar jet can actually mean warmer temperatures in the lower 48 because that means it's actually holding in the cold air and not leaking it down into the U.S. Listen, nothing's guaranteed. But
This was me. Okay, about 2 weeks in advance, I said, come on, give me back. Guys, I got so dark. About 2 weeks before that big snowstorm that dropped a foot down in the Gulf, I said, dang, our Arctic Oscillation teleconnection is going to record lows, -6, -7. I said, dang, our NAO is doing crazy thing. Man, what is happening with the stratospheric heating event up in Canada? And I said in a video, guys, I really think there's a chance to get snow super far south into whatever it was, the second week of December, or whenever it happened. Or it wasn't, it was a little bit, was it? Is that what it was? And of course I got harassed on the video. Like, I mean, I had like hundreds of comments being like, you're an idiot. This is never going to happen. So then, of course, when it happened, I had to make a video mocking everyone. But the whole point is weird stuff happens in the weather world sometimes. And if I'm explaining to you or showing you something, I'm not pulling it out of thin air. I'm never just telling you something crazy could happen if I don't actually see something with our teleconnections or atmospheric setup. Or I'm not just going to look at a model 200 plus hours out and then tell you that's going to happen. There has to be some sort of consensus somewhere else. So, if I'm telling you something, there's a chance. Doesn't mean it's a good chance, but there's a possibility of the event taking place. I mean, everyone and their grandma harassed me in late December, or it was in January. In late December, when I said I thought we could get snow very far. When I said I thought we could have 2 or 3 snowstorms, southern snowstorms in January. I said that in December, and people said we haven't had snow in the South in years. You're an idiot. And we had 2 big snowstorms in the South in January. Oh Lord. No one apologizes though. Man, Philly hasn't. Yeah. Long Island, Central Jersey, and Philly did bad this year. Yeah, we showed. I was showing this chart. I mean, it's an interesting chart. I see what you're saying. It's an interesting. It's an interesting chart for us here. And here you go. This is what you're talking about. One second. Let me get in here. Okay. You see this little gap right here? The yellow is. There's been over a foot of snow. The yellows, there's been over a foot of snow on the season. Look at like Long Island down through parts of Central Jersey and into Philly. Everywhere around us has seen over a foot this year. Now, this is actually below average snow too for most of us up here in the yellow. But yeah, this is inches. Pretty bad. We're in that pocket. We've been in that pocket for about 3 years, guys. It's just bad luck. Yeah. For people who want to see snow. Appreciate you, Linz. What's the forecast for the wind with the storm Wednesday into Thursday, Connecticut? Let's take a look at this. Look at our wind gusts as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, up the coast. Let's go up into the Northeast. 40, 50 mile per hour wind gusts are possible. You can see 60, potentially. I mean, I think we could see 60 plus all the way up and down the Mid-Atlantic and New England coast. Charles, you remember that? Leanne, never doubted you. Appreciate you. Can you try to give an estimated time for storm in East Tennessee? Yeah, we can look at that. Let's go look at our name. All right, so East Tennessee. Here's our squall. Actually, let's look at the HRRR. Here it comes. So you could start getting some rain showers. This would be Tuesday around 7 p.m. The most severe weather looks to be probably rolling in around midnight. So Tuesday transitioning into Wednesday. So Wednesday at midnight into 1 a.m. For Eastern Tennessee is probably when the worst is going to start to roll through. That's at least, this could slow down or speed up a little bit, but really that's the best look right now. And the HRRR has this low pressure getting down to 977. This would be a record for the Central Plains, guys. And Ohio Valley. I believe it would be. Let me see something. Central Plains. 1 second. It is. I want to see what the record is. I think we might break the record on this. I think we might break the record on this. I just want to see. I'm a nerd for this type of stuff. Does anyone know? Probably not. Let's ask. Let's ask Matt. Let's ask Matt, guys. I want to see if we're potentially breaking a record. Yeah, I'll talk to you about Texas. 1 second, Isabella. Yeah. Okay. Are you live too?
Yeah, I'm already live. I've got 700 people.
What is our record low in March for Central Plains, this area? The HRRR is seeing a 977. The HRRR is seeing a 977.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. It looks like it's going to be pretty matched too. It might drop 100 just to break the record. We'll see.
I hope so.
You want the bump side play? It's so crazy too because we've got the marginal risk in Kansas
Yeah.
Nebraska.
Here, wait. I want to answer. Let's see. You can wait. Tell your live you need to answer a question.
Okay, we're gonna answer a question here.
Okay. Isabella said, "Can you tell me what time or if I need to be prepared for tornadoes in Coppell/Carlton, Texas?" Now, where is that?
Where is that?
Yeah, I'm looking. Carrollton, Texas. Okay. It is. Let me look. Oh, it's Dallas.
Okay, it is Dallas. Okay, yeah, my chat's saying Dallas too. Yeah.
What's the timing and the breakdown? I got you the expert,
Looks to be
Isabella.
between 3 and 6 a.m. when I was looking at the area earlier. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be 3 and 6 a.m.
Which is terrible. We hate this type of stuff when people are sleeping.
Yeah, we've also got 2 radars down in Abilene and St. Angelo too, so the storms that are firing off to the west are not going to be seen right now.
Not impossible. We have it enhanced just to the north and west of Fort Worth, but it's basically on it. So you just need to have a way to get weather alerts anywhere.
Our line's popping off in northwestern Oklahoma. We've already got a supercell coming towards Medicine Lodge.
Yeah. So have a way to get weather alerts, guys. What's like the best way to get weather alerts on your phone if you're sleeping?
You can turn your emergency settings on just through alerts that way. You can get tour warnings that way. But as far as like a weather app, I mean, any weather app would work to get you notifications.
AccuWeather does
That
it.
works too.
Yep, and AccuWeather should be free to download, guys. If you're in this area, you got to have them on when it's in. Yeah, your chat knows too. If it's nighttime, early morning, there's been bad things have happened with tornadoes at these hours because no one knows about them. So, all right, Matt, I appreciate you. I'll call you a little bit later.
Sounds good, bud.
See ya. Weather Channel and AccuWeather. Yep, free apps. You guys can turn on weather alerts. So I think you can actually just do it. Can you do it through your iPhone settings as well? I think you can. Weather Channel. One second, guys. I actually want to know this really quickly. This is something I should. Okay, let's see. Okay. One second, guys. Here we go. Notifications. Yeah, I would just get Weather Channel app or AccuWeather or Radar Omega too. You can get the free version of Radar Omega. Okay, so this is our overnight tornado threat, okay? Our overnight severe weather threat. Okay, if you're in here, this is an enhanced risk. So a 3 out of 5 risk. You could see some strong tornadoes in it. You could see some supercellular tornadoes, discrete cells. All right, these have the potential to be F2 plus long track. I don't think we have a hatch risk on this. I think we have a hatch risk out here, so that's a little bit more dangerous. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. Let me change my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Okay. So this area is tonight. Again, overnight, which is dangerous, which is why you want to have weather alerts at night. The slight risk, you could have some decent tornadoes in here too. You can't discount any of these areas. And then the green is marginal. You can also get tornadoes through the marginal. This lighter green right here is just your general thunderstorms are possible, basically. That's what's going on in the lighter green. So let's take a quick look. Let's go to our reflectivity and see what's going on right now. You can see what's happening up here. Let me see if I can get to a more of a local radar. So we already have some cells up here. We have some cells developing out to the west of Oklahoma City. These are expected to amplify as we move through the night. We're probably going to see, and I'll show you what this is going to look like. Let's go into our HRRR just so you guys understand what this could look like. Okay. Watch what happens as we move into nighttime tonight, guys. Our lower level jet starts to pick up. You see this right here? Watch. You guys all know what these colors mean, right? The brighter it is, you go from green to yellow to red to pink. Those are higher cloud tops. What this is showing you is reflectivity. So If you get reflectivity that's really high up, water droplets really high in the air, that's a very, very high cloud top. Typically, when you have a high cloud top, you have strong updrafts. The stronger your updrafts, the greater chance you have of tilting a wind sheared spinning column of air that is horizontal to the surface, vertical, which is what a tornado is. So you're going to have a better chance for tornadoes with high cloud tops. So again, but these cells that are separated like this, like these down here, these can be the most dangerous because you have a good inflow and a good. Okay, we just got severe thunderstorm watches for a lot of southern Kansas. That just happened. Let me actually put this on because I'm going to start getting alert sounds. I'll move this out east and I'll show you guys what this transition is going to look like. So, I'll take this off for a second. Oh my God, I'm so blind. So here is my concern. As you see this, as these start to move in from the south, this area to me, we could have some separated, some kind of cluster cells. So Fort Worth, I don't know. Maybe the enhanced should be a little bit farther to the southeast, but Dallas, Fort Worth, everywhere in that region, even around it, needs to be watched out. Abilene, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita. But you could easily see some QLCS tornadoes also with this. This is just this is a pretty dangerous setup. This is going to continue to move off east. Now, as we get into tomorrow, afternoon, look at this thing. What you're looking at here is just shear. You don't have your solid clean squall line right here because you have LLJ and MLJ, lower level jet, mid level jet, ripping through here at 100 knots, 100 plus knots. Lower level jets at around 80 knots, 70, 80 knots. Mid level jets at around over 100 knots, way over 100 knots. So you're gonna have some heavy shear here, and rotation Are we gonna have the cape available? Are we gonna have the lift available here, though? Because the shear is going to be here. The velocities, we're going to have the wind velocity and the shear. Are we going to have a ton of cape? Convective available potential energy. The more cape you have, the stronger your updrafts are going to be. The more lift you have. And that is what really creates that's what creates the biggest threat for these very, very severe tornadoes. So let's go into our 00Z. So this is moving into the afternoon hours. Here we go. And the area that we're really concerned with, I missed all these. Matt, what's going on? Nikki, I appreciate you. Christina, what's up? Nate, I appreciate the cowboy hat. Shout out Nate and Jay, what's going on? Here's pushing into the afternoon hours. Again, we have a 10% hatch risk basically through here. I mean, we'll just draw it a little bit bigger. This is where you could get EF2 plus long track tornadoes. We also have a 30%. We have a moderate hatch wind threat through here, meaning if you guys know what a derecho is, strong, long-lasting winds, 20, 30 minutes of hurricane force winds that can be associated with the squall line moving through. Very damaging winds that don't have to be a tornado. There doesn't have to be vorticity involved. So Mississippi, Alabama, parts of the western Florida Panhandle, eastern Louisiana, we got to be prepared for that potential. Now, we still have the potential to have some discrete cells and stuff out here. This squall, I mean, again, we're going to have a risk for tornadoes everywhere here. The biggest risk is going to be down here. This is going to be getting into the late Tuesday, early morning Wednesday hours. We still have the chance for some discrete cells out here ahead of the storm. Could still be some pretty damaging tornadoes possible, but we saw, last what we thought could be a tornado outbreak, big severe weather outbreak, was a bust. We're hoping this is a bust too. Just you got to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. It's better to be safe than sorry. Now, this thing starts to really, lose a little bit of steam, lose the lower level jet, mid-level jet, start to pull off, shear starts to pull off, but we still have some good lift out ahead here. And this is when you probably get more of your QL, you get a QLCS. So quasi-linear convective system squall line, you can get some tornadoes associated in here. They probably be EF1, EF0 hopefully you can get a bigger tornado out here. It's not impossible to get an EF2 plus out here too. It's just less likely. You're going to have less of an unstable atmosphere. Getting into Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon, it is time for the East Coast. And this is going to be the first significant severe weather event for, the coast of the East in, because we could have an enhanced risk out here as well for 2025. So not impossible to see strong thunderstorms all the way up through portions of the mid-Atlantic down into you could even see it in southern New England, potentially up as far up here, potentially, but you're going to see the strongest probably through here. Yes, and specifically if we get a hatch, we may see it through here. And as this is going on, let me see if I have this here. We've got a snowstorm up in the north, guys. Okay. Here we go. Morning hours. This thing starts cranking. You guys might fall asleep with no snow on the ground and then wake up in the morning in Minneapolis, like literally wake up in the morning, go outside and have 6+ inches. It depends. But it's a possibility. Your temperatures will be cold enough and you could get a good snow ratio there. So you can see what this wants to do. Now, the strongest winds are probably going to be to the southeast. If you do get this blizzard extended, it's probably going to be more like through here. I don't think you're going to have blizzard-like conditions in Minneapolis, although it's not impossible. Look at this thing, guys. This is a bomb cyclone over land. Look at that. Land hurricane. I don't know. There's cold air behind this. Are you going to get a ton of snow down here in Tennessee like the Her thinks? Probably not. I think this is going to be rain or mixing, if anything. I don't think that's going to be snow, but, could get some back-end snow in Illinois. All right, let's push out of here. Everyone in Tennessee is like, wait, what'd you say? What? Snow? That's probably not going to happen like that. I think the Her's tripping a little bit. You know what I mean? Let me just play this out. Okay, let me switch screens here. Let me get back to what we're doing. Sorry, guys. Oh, what's the latest icon showing us? Interesting look on the latest icon. I want to let this finish loading. Interesting look here. Okay. All right. Back to chat. Pittsburgh, severe weather's possible through Pittsburgh. You guys are in a marginal risk right now, I believe. You guys are in a marginal risk. Strong thunderstorms, wind, hail, some weak tornadoes. Although, I never want to say weak tornadoes because we've had outbreaks before. It's rare, but where you get like an EF2 plus in a marginal zone, it's pretty rare. But it's not impossible. So the odds are if you do get a tornado in the marginal zone, because the instability isn't really supposed to be there, it's going to be weaker. EF0, EF1 can still do some damage. Not to be messed with, but gets life-threatening once you get to those are life-threatening too, but it gets very life-threatening once you get to EF2 pluses. You don't want those going over anyone's homes. But more of a wind, hail, rain event in the marginal, but you could get a little twisty boy in there. Could Bucks County see a supercell? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. More likely going to be just a squall line associated, but I think Matt is just live on. I think Matt is just live on TikTok. Is Matt live on YouTube? Is he doing both now? I got him into doing both. Let's see. Mezzo Mats. What's this guy doing? He's only live on TikTok. Guys, should we interrupt his stream? Let's see. Let's get into his stream real quick. 1 second. Watch this, guys. Let's see what Mezzo Mat's saying. Should I just have him do all the work for me, guys? Tell me if you guys can hear this.
Right now.
Okay? Wait. I got to switch screens. 1 second. I got to switch screens. Hold up. Guys, should I just have him do all the work for me? Oh, wait, it's too close. Wait. Hold up. I gotta make
We
my.
could actually see some pretty strong tornadoes tonight as well, guys. I want y'all to understand when this watch gets issued in a few minutes.
No one tell
the
him.
idea of EF2
No one
plus
tell him.
tornadoes are on the table tonight. So that's your violent EF2, EF3. Hopefully not higher than that, but
No one tell him.
that is on the table for tonight.
No one tell him. Okay, good. I'm just gonna leave this here for a second.
And that'll be Oklahoma. It'll be Morley, Oklahoma, and northern Texas.
I'm gonna leave
so
this
if
here
I
for a
be out
second.
there,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
that's
grab a
definitely
drink.
something potentially in the Fort
All right,
Worth,
give me
Dallas
one. I'll be
area.
back in 1 second, chat. Don't you dare let him know. All right. Bro's stealing content.
Just the wind speeds. That's the difference.
It's my boy, Matt. Can you get in trouble for live streaming a live stream? Does anyone know?
Wow. So Elk City, Clinton.
Am I gonna get
moving
banned?
North of you guys.
Someone tell me.
Here. I believe these are moving north.
I'm
so we're
snitching.
gonna-
No,
we
don't
won't see
snitch.
anything in Oklahoma City for a little bit.
Can I get banned
Most
for
of
this?
convection
Hey,
is
Marie.
going this direction. So you've got storms firing off on your dry land.
Oh, people do it all the time.
growing
Someone said
east
yes.
with time.
I guess we're about to find out.
Yep, I told you guys these storms were going to
What if he started live streaming my live stream? 1 second.
like from nothing, like we were talking about what, like 20, 25 minutes ago.
I want to
had
see his
nothing.
reaction when he figures out that I'm just watching his live stream, guys.
Um,
Look, he has the same. He copied my mic. Wow.
God, we've already got spin with some of these.
We do. We got. He's
we
right.
should start to get severe thunderstorm warnings here soon.
Yeah,
I think it's just
we
a
got some.
matter of time.
We got some. A little bit of. There's a little bit of vorticity right there to the south of Woodward.
Oh yeah, no, Aiden, the surface analysis are crazy.
If you're seeing,
they are wild.
if you're seeing any of that red
Let me
south
see.
of Woodward, it has nothing to do with the radar because the
Yeah,
radar's too far to the north.
1500 cape is
Infinite content recycling. That's right.
we will have 2,000 cape.
I'm watching Reed Timmer right now, but his audio isn't working. Can't hear anything he's saying. Guys, I'm switching back to me in a second. I want to see. Wait, hold up.
It's a little bit harder to see some of these storms because they're in a radar weird zone as well.
Oh my god. Well, that's a decent looking cell. A little hail core there, guys. The pink. It's
So
very
we're
high
in
cloud top.
Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Tennessee, Alabama. All of my southeast
Oh!
states. Your risk zones are for tomorrow. They
What do we got? What do we got?
6 a.m.
What do we got?
Here we
Severe
go.
thunderstorm warning. Elk City, Clinton,
So this
just
is
to the
actually
west
going-
of
this is
Oklahoma
going
City.
towards Oklahoma City.
Yep.
Yeah, so Elk City, Clinton, Butler. This is a severe thunderstorm warning
Yep.
for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds.
Yep.
So Washita County, Roger Mills County,
Let's see if he goes
Custer
in.
County, Dewey County, and Beckham County.
What's that, guys? I'm waiting for him to realize that I'm live streaming his live stream.
This is going towards late on their behalf here. I don't know
I'm
why
shocked he
we're
hasn't
waiting
figured
to
out yet.
issue this.
I'm shocked no one has snitched on me yet. Ugh. Okay. Chat, I'll be right back. 2 seconds. All right. Chat, I'm back. I'm back. What's going on, guys? Should I tell him to watch my stream? Wait. I'm going to tell him. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say, you're doing all the work for me right now. Much appreciate it. Stream is loving it. We'll say, loving it. He's so confused. He's reading my text right now. Let's see if he figures out.
1 second, guys.
No, not 1 second. Matt, my stream needs content. Keep working. I wish I could do an all-nighter. I got to get up 5 a.m. for work. Is this like plagiarism? I went to his stream because he was giving us good content, and now... Oh, is that just blowing up out of nowhere?
Connor has my stream overlapped on his stream right now. I cannot with him. He's literally streaming me live on his TikTok.
Dude,
stream.
I just gave him an extra 400 viewers.
Oh my gosh. He cracks me up, I swear.
I said I gave you an extra 400 eyes. Actually, it would be 800. Right, guys? Is that how math works? We're just gonna watch this live for one more second. Just for one more second, guys. This is too funny.
All right. So, once again, severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. Clinton, Elk City area, Butler. This is going east towards Oklahoma City. General 1-inch hail.
Just leave this up.
But I expect this to uptrend pretty significantly here soon. We've already got some low-level spin ongoing here along 40.
He's right. I agree. I concur.
I'm going to go back up to...
Just to the southwest of Elk City. I'm worried about that spinning up right there, guys. To be serious.
Will start to get issued here soon, sadly.
Elk City, Oklahoma. We're going to have double
Once again,
commentary
we're
now.
Still waiting on the Storm Prediction Center to issue our tornado watch.
He gets so mad when he knows there's going to be a tornado watch and they're not putting it
I
down.
guess 9:30 maybe.
He said, we're still waiting. Let's see here. Come on, give us a velocity.
Yeah, we might have some
Right
low-level
there.
spin developing outside
That spin
Oklahoma
right
City
there.
now.
Yeah. That might be rotation. I mean, that is rotation in the clouds. I don't know if it's it's not a rotation on the surface yet, probably.
Go back up here.
We could just, I don't know,
Watch this cell as well
co-host.
that's just
True.
Sharon. This has got a pretty
Connor's been on a mission.
Just outside of Woodward and
They should be
Woodward,
faster.
leaves
Matt, I've
us
seen
with
Matt call like
east,
tornado
yeah.
warnings 30 minutes before.
So discrete supercell development, very,
Like,
very short term.
30 minutes before the NWS. I'm like, what are these people doing?
God, this looks so impressive.
I appreciate the follows and subs, guys. Matt's
30 to
Matt's
45
getting me follows and subs. Shout out to Matt for getting me follows and subs.
This is very impressive.
Nate, I appreciate you. Nick, I appreciate you. Sarah, what's going on? Jay, what's going on?
Oklahoma, where is my tornado?
I hope I didn't
watch?
miss
Are
anyone
we
there.
really waiting until 9:30 to issue this?
Ah, man, I was only gonna stream another hour, but we might see some. I mean, the biggest tornado threat's gonna be like between like 1 and 3 a.m. I think, and I can't stay up till 1 and 3 a.m. unfortunately. Are you guys worried about no employees getting canned? I have mixed feelings about it because, you know, at first I was worried, but then it comes out it's like 5%, which is still a lot. It's a lot of people. It sucks, you know. And then at first I was worried, and apparently it's like less than 0.5% of them are actual meteorologists. It's what they're calling non-essential NOAA and NWS employees. But, you know, I don't know. You hear so much from both sides, and it's hard to know what exactly is going to happen. So I talked to Matt about this on the way back from work today. I said, honestly, we'll have to wait and see how it goes down. Because I'm hearing a bunch of different things of how many people it is and who are the people who are actually getting fired. Is it meteorologists? Is it janitors? Not that we don't need janitors, but like, you know, I guess we got to kind of wait and see what happens with it. There was, remember, last year there was a mass, at the end of last year we had like 1,000 meteorologists laid off. So this has been going on for a while. You know, even before Doge, the weather community has been struggling with AI and all this new technology. A lot of places
So this is the
not
only
valuing
one we've got
meteorologists as much.
currently. That should change here soon.
Icon is further. We'll look. Okay, guys. I think have we given Matt enough attention? Not the janitors. I love janitors.
Developing in Moreland.
It's a hard job.
This might be our first tornado warning storm right here.
What's Matt's name on here? Meso Matt. MESO. It's right there. MESOMATT.
Yeah, for real though, Rush.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I can talk about the blizzard conditions. All right, let's get in here. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for the content. Okay. Let's get out of here. Should we gift him? Let's gift him really quick before we go. What should I give him, guys? What should I give him? Should I give him something big, guys? What's a meteor shower? I don't even know how much these things cost. Ooh, a dinosaur. Jellyfish.
Yeah, the cell did pop 20 minutes ago. Yeah, this is concerning.
Sports car. I'm not that rich. Wait, guys, I'm trying to think about something cool to give him. Private jet. How much is this, guys? How much is 5,000 coins? Does anyone know how much that is?
What is going on with our velocity?
How much is 5,000 coins? I'm gifting him before we go. $10. Should we give him something that's like 10,000 coins? Let's give him something that's like 10,000 coins. Should I give him something that's like? Should I give him a sports car, guys? 7,000? No, that's too cheap. We want to do 10,000 or above.
Roger Mills County, Custer County, Dewey County, and Putnam County.
Sorry guys, I just went really quickly.
Than this, I promise. There'll be more warnings.
Let him cook. Space shuttle, 20,000.
Is doing right now.
No, that's too much, right? Insufficient balance. Ah, don't look.
I think our radar is bugged out.
Oh, I don't think it gave up any of my information. Did it? No, it didn't. Okay.
Never seen
that
before.
Okay, wait.
We got hail developing here on this line as well.
Insufficient balance. 1 second, guys. We got to send him this. 10,000 coins is $100? You got my info?
I don't know what our radar, like I said, in Oklahoma is doing right
How many coins do I have? Does it show me how many I have? I guess we're going to have to give him something a little lighter. Let's see. Can I at least send him a dinosaur?
Does hail mean a tornado? Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay.
So until these storms get a little bit closer to
All right.
Oklahoma City, it's going to be a little hard.
All right, we're sending him a
to
dinosaur.
see the radar.
We're sending him a dinosaur, guys.
You can kind of start to see some of the twisting and the bending that's in this line can produce QLCS tornadoes.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up.
So remember, guys, tornado watch is out. There it is. Yep, tornado watch is out.
Hold up, chat. Hold up, chat. Hold up, chat.
Holy crud.
Give me my coins, TikTok. Give me my damn coins. I really got to stop pulling up like my social security number and payment information on stream. What do you guys think? You know what I mean? Probably not the best idea. Can I do this? What's this? Do I have enough for this now?
Okay.
Stop! I got
Yeah, we've got some pretty decent hail still developing up here in Freedom. This is our most impressive looking supercell so far.
Okay, wait.
Along 412.
Why does it do that every time? Can I do fireworks?
Go down.
Guys, I just bought my coins and it still says I don't have enough.
All right, they finally fixed it.
I don't think it has any
There is
info
a
on there.
watch.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
Something's,
Alright, so we'll
guys,
get that pulled up
something's
here
going
just
on
to
with
see pulled
TikTok
up.
because I have enough and it's saying, keeps saying insufficient funds. Am I not logged in on here? Oh, no, I should be logged in. This is weird, guys. This is weird. I should be logged in. Sorry, I want to figure this out. I'm just trying to send him some coins, you know? I have an idea. Chat. We'll just do it from my phone. Let's see. Here's me, guys. Oh, did I give away my info earlier? Did you guys see my info? Oh no, did I mess up? Okay. What? Some people are saying no, some people are saying yes. Oh my god. I hope I didn't. All right, we're getting back to it. Let me just pull back up Mesomat, and I'm gonna send him something, and then we'll get back to the stream, guys. Stop! People saying they got a screenshot. Stop that. I'll have to rewatch the VOD after to know if I flashed my card information at everyone.
Yeah, guys, Weather Channel's slow. That's a normal thing.
Okay. All right. Let's send him this and then let's get back to it.
Channel, but they are slow. That's why.
Here, watch this. I have an idea, guys. Oh, now my phone's gonna die. Guys, the universe doesn't want me to send Matt any gifts. I'm telling you right now. It just doesn't want me to. It just doesn't want me to.
75 plus at surface. Okay, yeah, that seemed a little bit better there, Rush. I was like, wait, what?
Send. Oh, no, it worked, but that's not what I wanted to send him. Whatever. I sent him a galaxy.
Connor with the galaxy.
Send.
There he is.
I
Make
couldn't
sure you guys
send
give Connor's Climate Corner a follow in the chat. Another amazing part of my team. Appreciate him. He is also live. Is he live? No, he's not live if he's in my stream.
No, I'm live, Matt.
Stream, sir.
I'm live.
Is he live or is he not live?
He's gonna see I'm still watching him.
He is live. Okay, I was like, how is he in my stream?
He's watching you.
Yep, Connor's in here. We love Connor.
I'm watching you.
He was watching it. Of course he was. That sounds about right.
All right, we're getting back,
I
guys.
appreciate you guys. I do. He's streaming my stream. Okay, that's
Oh,
what I
Julie,
thought he was
appreciate
doing.
you.
I was like, he asked me, he's like, how does the stream look? I'm like, wait a second.
Perfect, I
don't ever see
appreciate
on
you,
the stream.
Jay.
Oh, it's Connor.
Shout out,
Streaming my
Jay.
stream, That's wild.
All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back
Yeah,
to
DFW, so they
what
issue
we're
tornado
doing,
watches
guys.
Based off of timing of storms.
We're gonna get back to
So,
pivotal weather.
They'll issue DFWs probably around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little bit sooner. It'll be
Okay.
sooner. I'm thinking around midnight. They'll probably.
And let's go here. Let's reset all this. Come on, guys. We got to focus on here. That was fun. We got to focus. We have to focus. 1 second. I'm resetting some stuff so I can on my YouTube and on my YouTube as well. Okay, looks pretty good on there. Go. I gotta make sure this is the right size. Almost done, chat. Almost done. I promise you I'm about to do speed around answering questions to make up for my dilly-dallying. Okay? Speed round. Speed round. 100% right now. Okay. You know, it's so hard taking this down and then resetting it back up. Remind me never to do this again, chat. Okay? Gotta get the proportions right. You know how hard it is to get these dang proportions right? Okay, does that look normal to you? No. What the heck? Why, chat, why did you let me do this? Whose idea was this? That's going to have to do for now. Can you see everything? Okay. You shouldn't have let me do that, chat. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. This is where we're going to live. Okay? This is where we're going to live. Because you didn't listen to us. All right. Will Mobile, Alabama weather get bad tomorrow? It will have weather alerts on. You guys are definitely I mean, yeah, you guys are in a moderate hatch wind zone. So you guys could get extreme, you guys could get 70 plus hurricane force gusts or above without even having a tornado, moving through your area. So you're in a moderate hatch wind zones, which is probably the biggest threat to you. The more significant tornadoes look to be to your north, although you could get some decent tornadoes down there in Mobile as well. Some water spouts coming off the ocean. So be weather alert. Should be fine. Nothing to worry about. Be weather alert. But that squall line's definitely going to move through Mobile, out through western Panhandle, that area. Polar vortex still coming to the end of March. Yeah, polar vortex doing a big split and shoving some cool air down into March, third, fourth week of March still. So we're gonna have we're really interesting. Something interesting is gonna happen with our temperatures at the end of March there if we keep seeing this look. We still see it on the GFS and Euro. GFS zeros. Oh, what do you guys think? You guys think the 00Z, the GFS, completely takes away our snowstorm, our nor'easter that it has? What do you think? New Icon actually put some snow up through the Ohio Valley, a little bit of snow, potentially some to the Mid-Atlantic, New England. Oh, that's the old one. Here's the new one. Oh, whoa. Yeah, okay, so this still agrees with the Euro. The Icon still agrees with the Euro. has this system to the north just outpacing our low. You can see this thing wanting to pull to the north right here on the icon. Look at it. It's wanting to pull to the north, but this is keeping it to the south. You need this to dive in behind, pick it up, and pull it, which is what the GFS sees, but the other models don't see. Our GFS is just now beginning to load in, so we need to wait a little bit on it, guys. OJ, I appreciate you. Kansas City area. Yeah, you got, I mean, what's our latest projected totals with the Kansas City area? Let's look at our HRRR. Are we going to see HRRR? Well, let's look at our NAM 3K, actually. Let's look at our NAM 3K. Oh my God, our NAM 3K deletes snow from Omaha. Wow, this blizzard warning is over Omaha right now. Still puts a little bit over, 3 to 4 in Kansas City. That's interesting. Let's look at what our Euro does. Yeah, the NAM is always doing weird things. Look at our Euro. Our Euro puts about 5 inches into Kansas City, 4 to 5 into Omaha. Twin Cities. Let's go into the. Let's just go into. Come on, where is it? Upper Midwest. Twin Cities. Latest from our Euro, 6 to 8 inches. What's our GFSC? Let's compare. This is the new one loading in. Don't worry. About the same thing. GFS thinks 7 and 9. GFS gives you a little bit more snow. Canadian. What does our Canadian think? Canadian downplays it a little bit. 4 to 5, 4 to 6 inches. What does our what's our NAM? What's our NAM say? Let's go to our 00Z NAM. 6 to 8. Really agrees with our Euro and GFS. 6 to 8 is probably going to be the range there. You could get locally some more. It all depends on banding, guys. Again, I like in this time frame, I love looking at our national blend. It gives us a good guess. There you go. There you are. Almost that 6 to 8 range as well. Tallahassee, Florida upgrade, you think, severe weather-wise? Do you think we could get a slight into Tallahassee, Florida? Yeah, I mean, tomorrow we're going to see these zones changed a little bit. Expanded possibly a tiny bit. Oops, sorry. Tomorrow I think we'll see these zones expanded a little bit. Anything for New Jersey? Marginal to a slight risk of severe weather Sunday morning into the afternoon. Really got to pay attention on Wednesday. And you know what? If the American model happens to be correct, even though all other global models think it's not, you'll have a big nor'easter this weekend. So don't hold on to hope, but we'll have to see what the 00Z Euro does tonight. I think the 00Z Euro will disagree. We have something. Another severe weather watch. All right, guys, really quickly, let's dig in here. Single site. Let me get you onto this. I'll keep answering your questions, even if they're not related to this, but let me just pull this up so people know. Shift first. Oh, what was that? I got something else. That sound scares the crap out of me, guys. All right, here we go. Look at this squall line for me, guys. This is brand new. Popped out of nowhere. We were expecting it, though. Just look at that. Look at that lift. Oh, my gosh. Head it. Okay, this is where you could get a QLCS tornado. Head it towards Clinton. We don't have one right now, so don't panic. But we do have severe thunderstorm watches. 60-plus mile per hour winds and quarter-size hail. We now have tornado watches for pretty much northern central Texas, a big portion of Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, for the entire area. And we have severe thunderstorm watches as well. Or warnings, sorry. let's take a look at this velocity and see. This is concerning still just to the northwest of Elk City, Oklahoma. That's concerning for some possible rotation. Let's see if we can get a better radar down here. There it is. See, this is a little bit of a concerning look right there. That it looks to me like it's a spinning type of, we've definitely got vorticity up in the clouds. Do we have something down on the surface is the question. 1 second. Let's look. There's our base velocity. We can look at our high res spectrum width. What this shows us is the correlation coefficient between the velocities of the wind. So we have very strong winds here. We have very light winds here. This is showing us our shear potential. And we have a lot of shear in this area. So, storm relative velocity. It's not going to do anything for us right now. This is a little bit worrisome. It's not a tight rotation right now. It's broken up, but it's rotation nevertheless there. Let's take a look a little bit farther up to the north. Let's see. Yeah, you see that? You see how bright red this is? High velocity, some bright greens into here, colliding. If it's red on your velocity radar, it's moving away from the radar. If it's green, it's moving towards the radar. So what this means, now where's our radar on here? Our radar on here. This is our radar. So what this means is we have winds here moving towards the radar, and then the red here is moving away. So you have rotation. Okay, sorry. I'll get to answering your questions again. I just want to make sure we're keeping a watch on this. And really quickly, let me just also look at the MRMS. Okay, this is where most of our action's happening. We're going to get some storms that are going to start firing up from the south, though, soon as well. All right. Okay. Let's just make sure we can see this well. Worried about Elk City, so. Yes, Dallas, Texas. 1 to 4 a.m., 1 to 5 a.m. Getting into the very early, late night, morning hours, we're going to have, that's going to be your highest tornado potential, strong wind potential, hail. What's going on, Brittany? What's up, Sarah? What's up, Yali? Brandon, Randy, OJ, what's poppin'? Lake, what is going on? What do you think for hail side bucks? We're not guaranteed to get hail and bucks. You need strong updrafts for hail, and we're not gonna have a ton of cape up there in the northeast, but we could get small hail. We can get quarter size hail potentially up there. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Dallas, 75 mile per hour wind gusts. It's possible to get hurricane force wind gusts in Dallas tonight, depending on what you're gonna have a squall line move over you, and not every part of the squall line is gonna have these massive strong winds or tornado potential, but there's a reason you're in a slight to enhanced risk for tonight, because there's potential here for it. We'll see how it plays out. We got upgraded again. Not very happy. Texarkana. Let's see. I'm going to be in Elgin tomorrow for where's that? What? There's like one in the UK. Oh, Texas. Pretty far south. Did we get more blizzard warnings? What's our snow doing right now? Let's take a look. What's our snow looking like, guys? MMRS, here we go. Gonna start cranking up soon. You can see our low pressure spin. Here's our low right here. Here's our spin, counterclockwise spin. This thing is currently going through what we call cyclogenesis. It's really like bomb cyclogenesis. We have a low that's going to deepen probably 20 millibars here as it digs and then moves up into the Midwest. It's not going to dig that far. It's really going to go like this. So, land hurricane. You guys got some good snow moving through the UP of Michigan. 1 second. Let me get back down here. Make sure we're keeping an eye on this stuff. You're in enhanced now? Right in the morning when you have to take your kids to school? Oof. I'm surprised they're not. I'm surprised they're not considering canceling. Like, at least sometimes they'll do like a half day when that happens. That's at least how they would do it in Florida. Let's look. Oh, you did get in the enhanced zone. They stretched it out west. Yep, you're right. You are correct. I just pulled it up. So that's our day 2. So here's our look tomorrow, guys. This is where our severe weather's going tomorrow. And we can look at our tornado params. These are our tornado params. Okay. Yellow's the worst, then brown, then green. So again, you know, Dallas Fort Worth is kind of somewhere in the middle there. Now here's where things get spicy. You guys want to see things get spicy is when we get into day 2. Hatch. Now I'm glad you're not in this hatch, Yali, although you still need to watch out, make sure you're weather alert. But this hatch right here, this is where you could see EF2 plus long track supercellular tornadoes. So Panhandle of Florida, southwestern Alabama, or western Panhandle of Florida, southwestern Alabama, central to southern Mississippi, north and eastern, and central and eastern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, eastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, although really the hatch is out here. Another really interesting thing that we have for tomorrow from the severe weather from Storm Prediction Center is the wind. Look at that, guys. Look at this wind risk for tomorrow. Do you guys know what this is right here? This is a moderate hatch wind. There's really 6 levels of threat, but the 6 is so rarely used. We don't really talk about it. This is a 4 out of 5 risk level with a hatch in it, which really makes it like a 5 out of 5. But this is where you can get some derecho type storms. Very, very strong winds associated with squall line. Hurricane force plus. Sometimes you can get over 100 mile per hour winds on the surface. If you get in the way of one of these derecho type storms. So southern Mississippi, central to southern Mississippi, southern Arkansas, a lot of Louisiana, except for southern Louisiana, needs to, this is almost as big a threat as the tornadoes there too. No, the storm's not going to strengthen out. Look at all this lightning, guys. Look at all this lightning over here now. This thing's really starting to amp up. You get a lot of lightning when you get strong updrafts. The storm's not going to strengthen out. Well, we could get an enhanced out east. We could get the risk enhanced. It's going to be weaker than this, but it could be stronger than what we originally thought. So we can go to our day 3 look. Probabilistic. So this is your 15% probability of severe weather. Right here. 15% chance you're going to have it in your zip code. And then we can go look out. This is Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon. And then this is our categorical. So this is a slight risk here. Oh, that's really interesting. It shows how many people it's affecting. About 25 million people are in this slight risk right here. If this stretched up a little bit farther north in New York, it'd be a lot more than that. In the marginal risk, how many people do we have in the marginal risk here? Let's see. How many people do we have in the marginal risk? 42.5 million people in a marginal severe weather risk on Wednesday. We could see this slight expand in an enhanced place here. I'm just not sold on that yet. I need to see a little bit more of an uptrend. We don't want that to happen anyways. But just so you guys understand, here's our, well, we can look at our NAM. We can look at our NAM 3K too. But here we go. Here's our NAM 3K as we move forward in time. Which one is this? Are we on our 00Z? Okay. Look at this thing, guys. I mean, this is just, look at this. Look at this land hurricane. This could get down to a 977 millibar low. Look at this thing. Look at that thing churning. That's going to be snow up north. I don't know if the NAM's going to show us the precipitation type, but there you go. Look at this thing. Now, I don't know about all this snow down here. I think the NAM and her are doing weird stuff with this. I think they are, but we'll see. I don't think that's going to be snow down there. I think that's going to be mixing. Crazy. All right, let's make sure we do not have a tornado on the ground over here. We special weather statement down here to the south as well. All right. Is it supposed to hit wrestling around 10 a.m. tomorrow? How bad? 10 a.m. I mean, you know, let's see the timing on our latest her here. Give me a second, guys. Let's see the timing on our latest her through Louisiana, since I had that question asked. Moving into western Louisiana tomorrow. So the western portion of the state, we could start seeing some severe weather. I mean, really, technically, as early as 7 a.m. The worst of it is probably going to start moving in. I would say closer to like the afternoon hours, probably 12 to 1 p.m. But really 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. we need to be watching Louisiana tomorrow. Sorry, I was looking at my other radar so I could get you the timing on that. Could Louisiana downtrend? It could. Let's hope it does. Oh, another severe. Can you guys hear these watches? These things going on? Oh, let's go look at what's going on up here. Oh, 1.5 inch ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Okay, good. Let's see. Do we have any sort of rotation here? We probably have some. We do have some. Here we go. Some rotation up here. It's our first severe weather warning in Kansas. Headed towards Medicine Lodge. Not much around here. South central Kansas. To the southwest of, pretty far out to the southwest of Wichita. Not really even close. It would be heading in that direction, though. So we'll watch this. There is a little bit of rotation on the backside. Look at this. This, to me, looks like we could get our first tornado watch or tornado warning of the night. Let's go back down here and look at this radar. This right here wants to start spinning up. Here's higher velocity. Moving away from the radar, higher velocity, moving towards the radar. So this would be a clockwise nadir, clockwise spinning nadir. Tornadoes do not have to spin clockwise or counterclockwise. They can spin whatever direction they want. Whereas a low pressure system is always going to spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere, and high pressure is always going to spin clockwise. Yeah, this thing really wants to get kicking in here, guys. I'm telling you. We have some shear in this squall. I'm telling you. All right, let's keep an eye on this. This thing is developing quickly. Is there going to be anything in Wisconsin? If so, north central to northwestern Wisconsin is going to get some snow tomorrow, but really severe weather-wise, we're not expecting much. You guys are in a general thunderstorm warning as we get in. You guys will be in a general thunderstorm, I believe, tomorrow and into Wednesday. Let's look what we got going on tomorrow. General thunderstorm. I'm a little concerned about rainfall totals. We could get some heavy rainfall totals up here, so that's something we'll have to watch. We're just getting warnings put everywhere. This is our severe. Let me actually get you to our severe weather that's going on right now. Do we have a... Oh, wow. Look at this. We have a moderate... I didn't even realize this. We have a moderate wind risk as well. Strong winds. Let's get into our tornado. Very windy. Any idea of Arkansas, what it's going to possibly look like? South and southeastern Arkansas is the most concerning area down here. Down here. To the north, you could get some weaker QLCS tornadoes. You could get some hail, strong winds, but down here we're watching for the possibility for some kind of long track, strong tornadoes. A chance, hopefully not. But we do have to watch down here, southern Arkansas specifically. That's going to be moving into tomorrow morning through the afternoon hours, through the early afternoon hours. What are all these whistles? Special weather statements. I think they're the special weather statements. You're just starting to see them expand out. You guys see these supercells that are starting to form out here? That's interesting that these are so far north, if I'm being honest. Strong velocities here. Let's get into... I'm still worried about this down here near Elk City. You can see... almost some inflow that's wanting to happen as well. Still watching it. Where's Matt when I need him? No, I'm just kidding. Why is the earth flat, Phil asked. I don't know. Why is the sky purple? Oh, Philly. How bad will Myrtle Beach be affected by this storm Wednesday? We just had the fires, and now this. No, this is good for the fires because it's going to downpour. The lightning's not great. That could be associated with the squall line, but everything should be very dampened. You're most likely, if you're on the coast, your instability is not going to be crazy. You're most likely just going to see strong, some moderate winds. And heavy rain. But you just got to stay weather alert out there on Wednesday because there's a possibility for some tornadoes out there. Light, if you do see some, they'll probably be EF1, EF0s, but you got to stay alert there. Flash flooding's possible. This thing's going to be moving pretty quickly. A lot of times I say I'm very concerned with flash flooding. The bigger concern with flooding is actually going to be up north. Our heaviest rain looks to be falling up here. Sarah, I appreciate you, Sarah, with the galaxy. Yali, I appreciate you. Yali, I didn't even see that. Donut Cowboy, appreciate you, Yali. Appreciate you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, guys. Thank you to anyone who's followed, subbed, gifted. I appreciate you guys. Let's see, Houston, Texas. Let's go to our day 2. Let's go to our day 2 look for Houston, Texas. It's good. We were worried that you guys might actually be. You guys are in just a marginal right now, almost in the general thunderstorm. So hopefully tornadoes are not in your future. Doesn't look like it, but you get some natural kind of shear and lift off the ocean because it's warm down here. So still got to pay attention, but it's probably going to be more of a rain and moderate wind event for you down there tomorrow. Again, early morning towards early afternoon. Shreveport again. Again, most of Louisiana, this is looking like a 10 to 11 a.m. through like 3 to 4 p.m. Where's Shreveport? Oh yeah, up there. Let's take a look at this really quickly. You're in that slight risk. Are you in the hatch? You are in the hatch. So this may even be start up a little bit earlier for you. 9 or 10 a.m. We got to watch that. Shreveport, I mean, you're in the hatch for the moderate wind and tornadoes. So this is one of the sketchier places to be. I mean, again, most people are going to be perfectly fine, but you just need to have a way to get weather alerts. And at least while this storm's moving through, maybe just, I know people are at work and stuff, but maybe just, if you're not, I would be either watching, a channel that's giving you weather updates or a live stream or something that people can keep you updated, because things are going to be developing quick with the storm. It's a quick moving storm with some pretty high winds. Feds, I appreciate you. What's going on? Can Long Island see some strong thunderstorms that cause severe weather? They could. Gaming. It's a possibility on Wednesday. Time frame OKC. Pretty soon. We'll see this moving in a couple hours towards OKC. Let's see here. Potentially, 1 to 2 a.m. See this start to whip through OKC. Hopefully these things are staying as severe weather. Severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's take a look really quick and see this rotation though. Pretty high velocity here. Oops. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. You can see the rotation here along this squall line. Interesting what's going on down here, and there's no watches on it. Lots of lightning. Very strong squall line. We're not seeing the tornado threat quite yet. I'm still watching this thing right to the north of Elk City. Almost looks like there's rotation on the radar there. Let me just double check it for you guys. Right here. Check out our correlation coefficient. It's probably just some hail. I think we're good there for now. Yeah, I think we're good there for now. Carter's got something going on there. All right. All right. Man, I can't wait to do this full time one day, guys. I would stay up till 6 in the morning, get 3 hours of sleep, and hop back on. I would do these 24 or 48 hour streams if I was doing this full time. But I got a 9 to 5. I got to go into tomorrow, and I have to apply my brain. It's not an easy 9 to 5. A lot of thinking and math and reading. Especially a lot of reading. How much to quit my job? I shouldn't say this on stream, but it's not going to happen, so I will say it. I wouldn't need like a crazy amount because I have this going for me. I don't make a lot of money doing this, and I put 30 hours in a week onto this, all my free time basically, other than working with being with my son. So I wouldn't even need a crazy amount. I'd say like $250K, and I'd quit my job because I would pour it all into developing this. So I have a whole plan. I want to. My brother's a software engineer, and I want to develop kind of my own weather-related apps and kind of build my own platform that's just more responsive to severe weather and more accessible to people. So I would just take it and invest in this. So I mean people are like, $250K is a lot of money. I mean, yeah, but most people want like probably $1 million. $250K doesn't go very far in this economy nowadays. Not like it's not like the 90s anymore, where that would be like $1 million. Yeah, I'll get there. I appreciate that, Get. What's going on? We have our first severe weather that is beginning to crank up. This is really the start. I mean, we kind of started yesterday, but this is really the start of our multiple day, kind of 72-hour severe weather outbreak. It's going to be moving all the way across the coast. Tornado, hail, winds. We have a blizzard warnings up here, so yeah, it's just getting started now. That's what's going on. What do we got? Another severe. Here we go. Okay, update it. Severe thunderstorm warning for Clinton, Butler, Elk City. Okay, let's take another look at this. This is the area I've been talking about, guys. There's a lot of rotation around Carter and Elk City. So this is headed out east towards Oklahoma City, obviously. Very powerful squall line here. What can North Mississippi expect for tomorrow? Ooh, North Mississippi is much better to be in than central to southern Mississippi. Let's go into our day 2 outlook. So you're in a slight risk, North Mississippi. Are you talking about like up towards what do we got up here? Close to Memphis, New Albany. It depends where you are. Not really. It doesn't really depend where you are. Slight risk. Let's look at some of our different params. Here's our tornado. Luckily, you're out here in a marginal for a tornado, which is good. Not good, but it could be much worse. It could be enhanced or slight. Our wind, you're in a slight for wind, so you could get some very strong winds associated with 60 plus mile per hour winds associated with the squall line. And not too bad for the hail. So northern Mississippi is definitely a better place to be, but again, you could get tornadoes anywhere through this region. The stronger ones are likely going to be down through southern Arkansas, central to southern Mississippi, Louisiana, eastern Texas. Son, just inbox me your number. Just wondering how far north can the severe weather get? Well, again, you could see the marginal goes pretty far north into southern Indiana, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, almost all the way up in Nebraska. This is general thunder. We could see this expand to the north. And then as we get into our day 3, we look at this marginal extend all the way up into Buffalo. Julie, you in here? You guys get some severe weather. Okay, wait. Bird, I appreciate you. We got another sphere. Is that another severe? Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning. Gio, I appreciate you. Bird, I appreciate you. Mom of 3, what is going on? Sarah, what's popping? Donna, what is going on? I appreciate you. Yeah, Julie, you guys are in a marginal risk. you guys are you in a marginal risk? I mean, I don't expect you to see any tornadoes up here, but it's not impossible. You could see some strong winds, small hail. Interesting. Right on the corner of that general thunder. So, very interesting. We'll see tomorrow if we see the slight expand to the north. I don't think it'll expand as far as Buffalo, but yeah, there's been tornadoes up there. There's been tornadoes in every state. I wonder when the last time a decent tornado went touchdown around Buffalo was. I actually don't know that off the top of my head. Still a lot of rotation here around Carter, up towards Butler. Do we have anything on our correlation coefficient? Anything sketchy? This is a little bit sketchy just to the south of Elk City. I think that's hail. That's hail. That's hail in here. We've got some hail falling here, I think. To the southeast of Elk City. That could be a sign of a developing... That could be this, that's the sign typically if you start to see some hail, strong updrafts. So I'm wondering if we see a tornado that starts to develop here just to the east now, southeast of Elk City. Oof, look at these cloud tops. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Let's see. Let's get back to our day 1. This whole area is under tornado watch. Do you think a high risk was on the table if tomorrow's threat didn't downtrend? Yeah, it was originally. It was on the me and Matt never thought we'd get a high risk, but it was definitely on the table a couple days ago. Yeah. We saw some crazy parameters, before. I appreciate the follows, guys. I appreciate the subs. Thank you, guys. Are the gray dots hail? No. So this is when you see this radar is this is our high resolution reflectivity radar. We call it our reflectivity or composite reflectivity because the radar is shooting out scans and they're bouncing off of water droplets. And when it shoots out a scan from the radar, so this radar, we're working from this radar right here, shooting out these scans, and when it shoots it up in the atmosphere, and if it bounces off no water droplets really high up in the troposphere, that means it's not a high cloud top. But if it finds water droplets super high up towards the tropopause, top of the troposphere, we know we have a super high cloud, meaning we have strong updrafts, meaning we have strong thunderstorms. And if we have wind shear in the environment with strong updrafts, that's how we get tornadoes. But what happens is sometimes when you're near a radar, the closer you get to a radar, it picks up like everything. It can pick up like really close to the radar. It can pick up like trees and wind blowing and stuff like that. So it's just seeing a bunch of stuff that's not there. Hail. When you start to see these pink cores, these are the areas with very strong updrafts. How you get hail is you have your rain falling and the updrafts are so strong it picks up the moisture, those water droplets, and shoves them really far back up into the atmosphere where it's freezing. They freeze, they start to fall again as hail, small hail. If the updraft's strong enough, it'll pick that ice up and throw it back up into the atmosphere. It just keeps getting thrown up until the ice is heavy enough that the updraft won't be able to keep it up in the air and it falls to the surface. When you get strong enough updrafts, it'll continuously throw that hail up into the air, sometimes until it's the size of a baseball or bigger. And we've seen like coconut size hail before. It's really rare though. We've seen, there's been, grapefruit size hail. That's when you have the strongest updrafts. Typically you'll get quarter ping pong ball size hail because that's when it gets too heavy for the updraft to keep it up in the air. But when you see these pinks, these are those really, really high cloud tops. And that means strong updrafts there. And that's where you can get hail. We call it hail core. So like, look at this hail core down here. Look at these bright pinks. This is probably some hail through here. Sometimes you can have this pink go over you on the radar and it doesn't hail and you're like, what the heck? Sometimes the updraft is holding the hail up. It's still not heavy enough to fall. So it can pass right over you on the radar and then finally gets heavy enough and it drops on someone out here. You don't know where it's going to drop. There's hail up there. Thanks for being a teacher. No problem. It'd be fun to teach us in the future. How fast are these storms moving? It depends. Sometimes you see these. Well, with this system, they're not probably moving that fast right now. You could probably, this squall line right here may be moving 30 to 40 miles per hour. You can get storm systems moving like 70, 80 miles per hour once the jet low pressure really starts to deepen and you start to see these bands whipping around. Sometimes they can move really slow, like 20 miles per hour. So it just depends. Is Matt still on? Yeah. Yeah. So it's a pretty wide range. I would assume these are moving 30 to 40 maybe. But as this storm develops, you can almost see it when we look at like the HRRR and you see this thing start to whip around. Okay. As the jet, our lower level jet and mid-level jet, as we get out to the east, is going to start to pick up. And this thing is the low pressure is you'll see that, look at this whip around, ready? Just whip. This is when these things, see the low deepens, and then this is when things start moving really quickly out here. But right now, as it's developing, right there, that's called a trough ejection. Boom, right there, trough ejection. So you could get these moving 50 to 70 miles per hour. Really, really fast moving storms. Sometimes the actual speed of the storm can actually cause stronger winds as well. So typically what's causing your strong winds is your pressure gradient. As this cooler, drier air moves into this moist, warmer air ahead of it, you get these rapidly down, this cold air that's rapidly descending and warm air that's rapidly rising, and that cold descending air causes strong downdrafts. It creates a steep pressure gradient, and you get wind pushed out ahead of the squall line. But you can also get wind that's just associated with these clouds moving, these storms moving so quickly that amplifies that. I will say this, and I never noticed it until I got older. I can always tell you when it's 5 minutes, when rain's gonna start falling in 5 minutes. If you're ever standing outside, sometimes it's 10, usually it's about 3 to 5 minutes. You ever been standing outside and you see like the wall of clouds and you see the storm moving in, and then suddenly out of nowhere, there's just a big burst of wind. No rain, there's just a big wind starts pushing. It's going to rain within 5 minutes. Rain is falling on your head within 5 minutes. That is literally a downdraft. Okay, you have an updraft that pulls the moisture up into the atmosphere, it condenses into clouds, and then once you get that, when you're ahead of one of these squall lines, or when you're ahead of one of these bands, doesn't have to be a squall line, it can be a thunderstorm. If you see it moving into you, you're going to feel the downdraft. You're typically going to feel the downdraft before you feel the rain. There's always going to be a downdraft before you feel the rain because the downdraft is what's pulling the moisture down. But what happens is the downdraft comes down, hits the floor, and shoots out away from the storm. So you'll feel the wind, but you won't be under the downdraft. You'll be in the reflection of it'll hit and it'll bounce forward. And so you'll feel that wind, and the actual vertical downdraft is like literally like right down the street from you. So it's usually if you get a big burst of wind, I do it all the time. My friends, I'll feel it and I'll be like, guys, watch like 3 minutes, and then 3 minutes it starts downpouring. It's literally the same time every time. It's really cool. Look at the GFS. Oh no, I'm scared. Yeah, the GFS wants snow into Nashville, Charlotte, Virginia Beach, Southern New Jersey, Arkansas, Northern Mississippi, Northern Georgia, North Texas, Oklahoma City. Should I show you guys that? The new GFS? I don't think I should. What it is showing is that, but again, it's I'll show you guys. It's agreeing with the euro a little bit more, but it's not completely agreeing with the euro totally because it's still showing that piece of energy diving down a little bit farther back than the euro is. Oh man. Check this out, guys. Here's the latest GFS. Before I show you anything, I'm just going to show you where it has the snow falling, okay? I'm just going to go straight into here. Here's our latest 00Z GFS for this weekend. Interesting. You guys want to see what it looks like on the radar? Look. Again, what's happening here? Here is what is steering our storm. Here's what's going to change everything for us. Here it comes. This is our steering mechanism. This is our storm. Where these two meet. Okay, here's this digging, and it's kind of beginning to tilt, and it's throwing it off the coast like this a little bit farther. If you were to look at the run before, they meet up a little bit earlier, and boom, they meet up a little bit earlier, and then this low pressure begins to, you can see these winds. These are the direction of the winds. These isobar lines, these isobars, and it's beginning to follow the isobars up the coast, big nor'easter. Right, so that's why our 18Z showed massive nor'easter. Our latest is showing, keeping that snow a little bit farther to the south just because of where this energy is meeting up. So we would need that to dig in a little bit more if we wanted to pull it up the coast. It's anyone's guess right now. We're 130 hours out. Tomorrow 12Z, definitely tomorrow 00Z. We're going to have some good information. We will. Still showing that snow, though. We'll see. Any chance the storms die out when they get to western Arkansas tomorrow? Well, they are going to... I can't say that word on TikTok. On a live out. but then they're going to re-amplify. So we can kind of see that. Let's look at the NAM 3K. All right, here they come. And then you'll see kind of, they do kind of fall apart a little bit. It gets a little sloppy through here, and then they re-amplify right there through Eastern Arkansas. But this is a sloppy look here. I mean, this isn't even that concerning of a look to me, but these discrete cells out here worry me. But you know, this low pressure still being projected to drop down into the 970s to the north. So our jet's going to be kicking in. I don't think we're going to see anything die out too much. Let's see if we can we take a look at our jet here? Let's take a look at our 500. Let's take a look at our mid-level jet. Here we go. Look at that. Right when it gets into western Arkansas. See, central to eastern Arkansas, that jet's pumping. See how it's not as strong out here in western Arkansas? What's our knots here? 107 knots. What's that? 120 mile per hour? Someone tell me. 123. But watch as this thing moves into central and eastern Arkansas. 115 knots. Cranking out here. And then this is where things get really spicy. That's why we have a hatch out here. Let's look at our low. Look at our LLJ, lower level jet, 850 millibar. These are basically winds at the surface, right above our heads on the surface. We're at 1,000 millibars. This is 850, right above our heads. We're talking about close to 85 knots. So you're going to be pushing close to 100 mile per hour winds, 100 plus mile per hour winds right over our heads, right above our heads. A couple thousand feet right into here. And this is going to be pushing out west. That's why we have a hatch wind warning through here. Ooh. Okay. I need to get off because I got to get up super early in the morning. I should not have been on this late. Let me just make sure we don't have anything spinning up in here, guys. Clinton, southeast of Elk City. Again, anyone out here tonight, all the way through the morning hours, I would say 1 to 4 a.m. is going to be the biggest concern out here. So have a way to get weather alerts tonight. And then again, if this is going to be tomorrow's problem for you guys out there, it's going to start pretty early in the morning for western Arkansas, western Louisiana, and eastern Texas. So someone said, can we show you PA for the severe weather? Are we talking about for the severe weather? Is my NAM going to go out that far? It should, yeah. 3K. All right. This is into about 12 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. We could get some severe weather up here. That is why we are in a slight marginal risk up here in southeastern PA and Jersey. No, you know, it's not too early for this type of weather. The spring, we are in meteorological spring. We're already in spring. Meteorological spring starts on March 1st. I know, like, the fantasy astrological spring doesn't start until, like, what's the made up date? Does anyone know what astrological spring or whatever it's called? Astrology spring starts in? It's March 20th. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I think it depends on, like, a leap year or something. Is it astronomical? Astronomical, not astrological. Yeah. That's in late. Yeah, but meteorologically speaking, spring is March 1st. That's meteorological spring. I've gotten like March 20th, March 21st, March 22nd. Let's look at. Let's confirm. March 20th, yeah. But no, we can see this type of events sometimes even in late February. This is crazy, man. This thing is just wild. This thing's crazy. If this thing could have just dug down like this and moved up like that, that would have been the 93 snowstorm all over again. Basically, you had the 93 snowstorm was this type of bomb cyclone over land, but it happened down here, so you had cold air on this side. So it was snow for everyone inland, right there. March 13th, around the same time. Yeah, I can say it. Sant. All right, guys. I appreciate anyone who followed, subs. Again, if you're new here, I post every day, and I try to go live every single night. I usually do go live every single night. Sometimes I miss, but pretty much every single day. I'll be back on tomorrow, posting updates, going on live, and everyone have a great night. I know I couldn't answer everyone's questions. I did make a video today talking about all this stuff. So the answer to your question might be in my video from today. Again, South Central Kansas, out towards Eastern Kansas, Central Oklahoma, out towards Eastern Oklahoma, North Central Texas, out towards Eastern Texas, Western Arkansas. Tonight into tomorrow morning, have a way to get weather alerts, just to be safe. Most of you, I mean, the large majority, 99.99% of people aren't going to feel any bad severe effects. It's always just a more, just be prepared because, likely you're not going to see there's a lot of land here, and we're not expecting a ton of tornadoes. So the odds that you have any interaction with the tornado, people get scared, but are extremely low. But they're dangerous when it happens, which is why it's just better to be prepared, even though the odds are so small. They're monumentally small. It's very, very rare. I think it's something like 99% of tornadoes never actually hit a structure. Something like literally 99%. Most of them just go through cornfields. And grassy plains and forests. Everyone have a great night. I'll be back on here tomorrow. I appreciate all you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I'll be back on here tomorrow, guys. Peace. I appreciate all you, seriously.